Hey everyone, it's Riley, and today I'm back with another little pen paling video. Today I'm going to be sending a pen pal letter back to my friend Steph, so I will have her Instagram linked down in the description if you want to check out some of her pen pals and bullet journals and things like that. So for this pen pal, I'm just doing really simple doodles, kind of revolving around a tea theme and just a really soft color palette that I picked out. So let me know in the comments, are you a coffee person or a tea person? And I hope that you enjoy doing this little pen pal letter with me. So if you've watched any of my pen pal videos before, this will look awfully familiar because I do it all the time. I'm just making some like watercolor printed paper. So I colored with water-based markers on a plastic bag, added a bit of water, and then just sort of smeared it around on a paper. And I'm gonna let that dry while I do the other parts of the pen pal letter, but that's just a really easy way to make some patterned paper. So next, I'm just writing out her name, Steph, a couple of times because I know I'll want to paste this onto the envelope and onto the letter. So I'm just using my kind of standard calligraphy font and darkening up the top half of each letter using the exact same colored marker that I used for all of it. Then I've got my white gel pen and I'm just adding a little bit of white gel pen to all of the thick downstrokes and a little bit of this really light gray marker as kind of a drop shadow on the right side of the letters. So you probably can hardly see it on camera, but in person, I think it's like a big step up in my opinion. Next, I'm gonna make some little like doodles to cut out and paste onto her letter. So you can see to the right of me, I've got some stickers there that I made, and they're basically exactly the same as the ones that I'm doing right now. But the stickers I'm going to send with her for her to use, but these little doodles I'm just gonna paste on and kind of use them as stickers, but I'm gonna paste them right onto her letter and stuff like that. So since I'm doing a tea theme, I've got a little gray teacup with some flowers coming out of it, a blue teacup that I'll add a pattern to, and then some little tea bags with my orange and blue tea leaves inside because those are kind of my key colors. And of course, I love using white gel pen to just add little details and doodles and stuff like that. So I'm going to do that with all of these. So there you can see the stickers that I made for her. I made 5 little tea themed stickers, and these little guys I'm just going to cut out and paste them onto her letter instead of turning them into stickers. And if you want to know how I made them into stickers, I will have a video about that linked above. It's super simple and you don't need anything fancy. So next I'm going to start on the letter, and I like to just do a little bit of collaging sometimes at the top for her name. So I'm using some craft paper, and again, if you've been around my channel, you know that I always just recycle this kind of stuff. So this gray paper is new stuff that I just recently found, actually dug it out of the recycling bin. And the brown stuff is from an Amazon package. So I love reusing things like that. And then that little sticky note I got from Stationery Pal, and I have the link to Stationery Pal's website down below. I am an affiliate with them, so if you use my link in the description, you will get a discount. So again, I'm just doing a little bit of collaging at the top, and I'll do a tiny little bit at the bottom as well. So there's the letter. I usually don't write this much, but I don't know, the thoughts were just flowing this time. So I decided to try something new, and honestly this was just spur of the moment. I did not plan this in advance at all, but I kind of like deconstructed this envelope, and so I'm using an actual envelope as like the folder for the pen pal itself. And like I said, I did not think this through in advance, and like it worked. But I can't say I would fully recommend it. If you like watch this full video and you still think it's a good idea, you can go ahead and try it. It definitely worked, but it wouldn't be my like top recommendation if you're looking for a cute way to pack up your pen pal. So basically, I'm just making a little like sleeve, I guess, for the letter on the top so that she can just slide it in and out. And then on the bottom, I'm gonna make a pocket also using recycled craft paper. And that's where I'm gonna put all of like the goodies and things like that. So I'm just cutting it in this wavy pattern because I thought that would make it a little bit more exciting, and I'm using my little rounded corner punch to make the corners round to match the ones on the envelope. So just like I did with her name before, I'm just writing out goodies, and this I'm just going to rip out instead of cutting it neatly, and I'm gonna paste it onto that little pocket that I just made for the stickers and the washi and all the other things. So there you can see those are the questions and answers that she sent to me. So I just wanted to be looking over those, of course, while I write down my answers. So what I'm doing right now is taking some dot grid paper, and I'm just making little sheets for my questions and answers. And I decided to just keep the little wavy line pattern that I started in the envelope, just to sort of make that part of the theme, I guess. So now you can see I've got my watercolor paper that I made earlier. All I did was cut it with my paper cutter and give it some rounded corners, and I'm going to send those to her so that she can use them as little note cards. Next, I decided to try something new for my washi tape samples. So I just cut a tiny little piece from that watercolor paper again, and I decided to use packing tape, clear packing tape, and just wrap that around once before I put all the washi tape on, because I realized that when I just wrap washi tape around craft paper, the whole first layer is kind of wasted because it doesn't like come off clean and ready to reuse. So I know some people actually buy like little plastic pieces, I don't even know what you would call them, to put their washi tape on for pen pals, but I figured that using some packing tape would have a pretty similar effect. So I'll probably keep doing this in the future. I think it'll work, don't see why it wouldn't. So now that I've got my little washi tape samples there, I'm making just a tiny little pocket or envelope, again using that recycled craft paper and some washi, and this is what I'm going to put those little stickers in. So now that I've got all of my goodies and stuff made and collected, I'm going to decorate the outside of the envelope. So again, I'm just doing some collaging using a bit of the watercolor paper that I made for her, some more of those sticky notes, washi tape, and the name that I wrote out at the beginning of this pen pal letter. So that's about it for the envelope. Now I'm just gonna pack all of these things up in the little envelope that I made, and I'm gonna add a tea bag as well since this is tea themed. And this is what I didn't really think through, closing the envelope to send it in the mail. So I decided to tape the sides, and I am gonna put this in a bubble mailer. So if you try something like this, you'll definitely want a second envelope or bubble mailer or something. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe so I can see you again in the next video.